Hello. Today I'm going to be doing a Warrior Cats main character tier ranking. I'm really excited. So these characters, not all of them are going to be point of view characters. Some of these are just, important characters in the series. And I'm really excited to get started. So first I'm going to show you the tiers I have. So on top, I have I Would Die for You. This is reserved for, the most special characters. Then I have I Love You. Then probably would give you a little kiss, still pretty good. And then we have Good. Then Average. Then Don't Like You. And then we have Clear Sky and Other Garbage. I don't dislike a lot of characters in Warrior Cats, but Clear Sky really deserves his own rank at the bottom, I think. So I'm excited to get started. This isn't my list, so a few characters aren't included that I probably would have liked to included. And also a few characters are on here twice. If you can see, this is Dovewing and this is also Dovewing. And there are also two Hawkwings, one here and one here. So we're just going to pretend we don't see that. Okay? So first we're going to start with my girl Blue Star over here. Now, I know a lot of people have their problems with Blue Star, and I understand why. She did go a little coconuts in Forest of Secrets and Rising Storm and stuff, and she did some pretty not cool things, but I can also understand why. Like, the amount of trauma that Blue Star had to deal with in her life, like her mom dying, her sister dying, her child dying, have to give away her children, not being able to be with her love of her life, her two of her deputies dying, being or attempted to being murdered by someone you trusted and someone, your deputy. I can understand why Blue Star went a little crazy. I think it's, we should give her that space because I'm surprised she didn't snap sooner than that. So I'm going to put Blue Star in probably would give you a little kiss. Okay. Next we have Bramble Star. I'm going to have to use my phone to keep track of all these characters. This is Bramble Star. So I have mixed feelings on Bramble Star. He is becoming very unpopular with the fandom recently because of how he treats Squirrel Flight, and I understand that. Especially after reading Squirrel Flight's Hope, it's like, wow, Bramblestar is a little problematic. Their relationship is just really not good. And Bramblestar is just not that interesting of a protagonist. I think a lot of people can relate to that. He's just not the most interesting. His personality is basically just his daddy issues. And it's just so stupid. He is trying to redeem himself, not trying to be Tiger Star, and then he meets with him at night. He meets with Tiger Star at night. What are you doing? You're trying to get rid of your father's image, and then you're just meeting with him. And Bramblestar, a whole other lot of stuff. So I'm gonna put Bramblestar in Don't Like You. I think that's where he belongs. Next we have Tiger Heart / Tiger Star the Second. I also have mixed feelings on him because, okay, I don't like Dovewing very much, and I really did not like Tiger Heart's Super Edition. I found it really boring. I just did not like it. I think that's probably one of my least favorite Warrior books. And he was a good leader at first, but now or at least in Squirrel Flight's Hope, I remember he was really a douchebag. He's getting better though in the Broken Code. I'm gonna put him in I think he goes in I Don't Like You. Because I don't. But I might shift him at the end. Okay, next we have Hollyleaf. Hollyleaf, I love Hollyleaf. She's probably like top 3 favorite characters for me. Oh my god. Like she's just so badass. I think her character is really, really complex and really interesting. And her downfall in Sunrise, I think, is like the most entertaining thing in Warriors. Like Sunrise just, oh my god, it's so good. And then when she comes back, like it's so cool to see how she's changed. And the fact that she was killed off again, I still think about that. And I still get angry about that. But I love Hollyleaf. I think she's one of the best characters. I think she's one of the most complex. So I'm gonna put her in I Would Die for You because I would die for Hollyleaf probably. um, Next we have Silverstream. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Silverstream. I think just really all we saw of her was her in Gray Stripe sneaking out, and Silverstream was always super annoying. She was just like, oh, our love cannot hurt anyone. And it's like, it did. It hurt everyone. And she was like, oh, my father is the leader. Like, it's fine. And she was just annoying. And she made Gray Stripe like a bad person. Like, all of Fire and Ice, Gray Stripe was just awful to Firestar because of him sneaking out to see Silverstream. And I guess it's not really Silverstream's fault, but like, I don't know. All I got from Silverstream was that she was just like a bratty, annoying person. So I don't really like Silverstream. So she goes in, I don't like you. I'm surprised that there are so many people in here because I really don't dislike that many characters in Warrior Cats. So don't worry, this won't be that full. Next is Gray Stripe. Yes. I like Gray Stripe. I think he's a good best friend character. He's a good Ron Weasley to the Harry Potter, Greywing, not Greywing. He's a good Gray Stripe to the Firestar. He's just like consistent. He's always there. He's still alive. It's like, it's just, it's good to have him around. He's probably going to die like in the next book in his Super Edition, which is like, I guess it's kind of sad, but like literally all of his family and friends are dead by now, so it's kind of his time. I like him. He was annoying in Fire and Ice when he was like ignoring Firestar and like being a bad warrior, but I like him. I think it gives me nostalgia, He's just, I'm going to put him in good. Next, we have Darktail. So Darktail, I would say, is a good villain. He was definitely, I think, like the most, I don't know if he's the most brutal, probably one of the most brutal villains. Like, reading that scene with Needletail's death was so like, oh my god. I think that was probably like the most intense death scene. And also when Darktail was killing Rain, that was super intense. So Darktail was very like savage, and I think he was a good villain. So, I mean, he's a villain, so I don't want to put him in like would give you a little kiss, but I'm going to put him in good because I think he was a good villain and he made things entertaining. Oh my god, okay. We have One Star next. Not a fan of One Star, as probably all Warrior Cats fans would agree. One Star had a complete like 360 character switch. Like in Prophecies Begin, he was like this kind guy, friends with Firestar, just like, good person. And then New Prophecy, he's just like a complete douchebag. And then there's really no explanation. And he just keeps getting worse. Like, he just goes downhill from there. Like, Crowfeather's trial, oh my god. Like, One Star was awful. Like, Crowfeather was like, bro, you're literally stupid. And One Star was not listening, and then he just messed up again, and then he messed up in A Vision of Shadows. Like, bro, this man deserves to be on Clear Sky garbage tier, okay? Next we have Jayfeather. Jayfeather is a good character. He's interesting to read about. I would say his point of view is probably the most entertaining of all the point of views, just because he makes it entertaining. Like, his inner dialogue, it's just gold. And he's very complex, and I like that. He is a bit of a jerk, which I know, like, that's part of his character. Um, but it just, like, knocks him down a little bit, I think. But I still really like him. I think he's really interesting. And sometimes it's fun to have, like, a mean character around. So, Jay Feather gets to be on Love You tier. Okay, honestly, I don't know why Brightheart is on here and not Cloudtail, but we're just gonna go with it, I guess. um, Brightheart, I mean, how could you, like, not like Brightheart? Like, she's a queen. I'm gonna put her in I Love You. There's really not much to say. If Cloudtail was on here, I didn't make this. If Cloudtail was on here, he would probably be on Love You or I Would Die For You, because I love Cloudtail. It's just nostalgia, and he's just like a king. Okay, so next is Crowfeather. Crowfeather, I like Crowfeather. I think, like, yes, he's a jerk. Yes, he's pretty much a horrible person. I mean, yes, he does redeem himself later on, but, like, most of the series, he's like a horrible person. But I really like him, and I don't know why. He's just, I like him and Leafpool together. I think he's, like, fun to read about, and his character is interesting to me. And I really liked his Super Edition. I think that's probably my favorite Super Edition. So I'm gonna put Crowfeather in Love You. Ooh, what's happening? Nope. Love You. I might switch this stuff around at the end, as I said before. Ashfur. Ashfur is probably one of my favorite villains, if not my favorite villain. I really, really like Ashfur. I think, not, I don't really like Ashfur, obviously. Like, he's a horrible person, again. But I just, like, his motives are interesting, and it's really cool seeing his, like, downfall, I guess. And also, now that he might be back as the imposter Bramblestar, is, like, I'm, like, super excited for that reveal. So I'm gonna I don't know whether Ashfur deserves to be Probably Give You a Kiss or Love You. I'm gonna say would probably give you a little kiss. Because I don't know if he deserves to be on Love You tier. Next, we have Needletail. I love Needletail. Okay? I love her. She was, like, the only thing that made the first half of A Vision of Shadows entertaining. That's not true. Darktail also made the first half of A Vision of Shadows entertaining, but, like, when Needletail died, like, it just got boring. Like, there was nothing, like, exciting about. I just got bored after Needletail died, and Needletail is, like, the one of the only morally gray characters in Warrior Cats, and I just love that. Like, the other one probably would be Clear Sky, and I hate Clear Sky, so kind of funny that I, like, love Needletail and hate Clear Sky. But anyway, I just find her really interesting. I do think she's, like, very complex, obviously, and I like that she sacrificed herself for Violet Shine in the end. So I think I would put Needletail and I Would Die For You. Honestly, yeah. Next is Hawkfrost. Now, for some reason, I just really like Hawkfrost. I know he's, like, not a good villain. He didn't achieve anything. But I just really like him. Okay, I like his aesthetic. I like his vibe. I just like Hawkfrost. That's all I gotta say. So I would put him. Honestly, I feel like. I'm gonna. I feel like I love Hawkfrost. Yeah. Okay. Next we have Tigerstar. Tigerstar is a good villain. He kept things entertaining. He kept things funky, fresh. We like him. Um, yeah, like he was a good villain. So he's gonna go, and I probably would give you a little kiss. Not much to say about that. Okay, Spotted Leaf. So Spotted Leaf is probably one of the most hated characters in Warriors, and I never had a big problem with her. Like growing up, she was actually one of my favorite characters. I don't know why. I honestly kind of shipped her with Firestar. Don't tell anyone. Um, but I always liked Spotted Leaf, and I always found, I don't know, I just did. But I can also see why people really don't like her. So I'm going to put her in average. Like, she was a stalker. She was a Firestar stalker. It was weird. Um, I also don't appreciate that she was like, Leaf Pool, follow your heart. And then it was like, that's not really what you meant. But I don't hate her like everyone else does. Next, we have Black Star. Black Star, I I know a lot of people really like Black Star, but like he's like kind of problematic. Like he pretty much murdered he not pretty much he murdered Stonefur, and like we never saw him like apologize. Like he just moved on. He just became the leader of Shadow Clan. Like, and I see Leopard Star getting so much flack for Stonefur's death, while like no one cares that Black Star literally murdered Stonefur. And I get like Leopard Star was leader, and I don't give her like an excuse because that was like really fucked up. But like Black Star shouldn't get a pass either. But he okay. Black Star was like the only good leader of Shadow Clan pretty much in like the whole main series. Okay, like all the other leaders were pretty much garbage. Maybe besides like Tiger Star the second now. So I would say he's good. Okay, he's good. Delvewing. There's two Delvewings on here, but we're gonna do this one first. Delvewing, I recently reread a vid or no. I recently reread Omen of the Stars, and before I had reread that, I hated Delvewing. I was like, I hate this cat. I hate her. She's annoying. But like after rereading, like I don't like hate her. Like I don't know why I hated her. Like she's just like I don't see anything special about her. Like I don't love her, but I don't like hate her. Um at least in Omen of the Stars, but Tigerheart's Shadow Delvewing makes me angry. Like I really don't like that she just abandoned ThunderClan and her whole family. That really kind of didn't sit well with me, you know? But I don't hate her. But I'm gonna put her in Don't Like You because I would say I don't like her. Sandstorm. So, unpopular opinion, I'm not like obsessed with Sandstorm. Like, I know a lot of people, like, she's like really popular. Like, everyone loves Sandstorm. And like, I like her, but like, I don't know. Like, I never thought that her and Firestar were that good together. Like, I felt like Firestar was never that into her. Like, even in the books, like it took him like so long for him to even realize that she liked him. And then he was like, oh, like, okay, I guess I like her too. But like that's the vibe I got. I just never like felt like that strongly about them together. Even though they're probably like the only main developed main series couple. um she's good though. Like I like Sandstorm. Like she's fine. People are gonna disagree with me on that, but she's good. Next, we have Heathertail. Not really sure why Heathertail is on this list because I don't really have any feelings about Heathertail. She's just kind of there. I'm gonna give her average just because I don't really have an opinion on Heathertail. I think it's kind of stupid that she's like in love with Breezepelt, especially right after the great battle. Like, what the heck do you see in this man? Like, he literally tried to kill people, and you're like in love with him. Like, Heathertail, stop falling for toxic men, please. Next, we have Mapleshade. I never fully read Mapleshade's novella because it kind of scared me. I'm like, why do I want to read a novella about a cat killing people? But she's like the only female villain, pretty much, so she gets points for that. But I would say I would give Mapleshade a little kiss. Not literally because she would kill me, but I do like Mapleshade, and I think she's a good addition to the series. Next, we have Mothwing. Mothwing, I love Mothwing. I think I used to like not like Mothwing that much because I was like, how could you not believe in StarClan? Like, okay, obviously StarClan kind of sucks, but like, why don't you? I just didn't understand why she didn't believe in it. But I thought her novella was really good, and I think her reasoning now for not liking StarClan is really valid, especially because StarClan is like awful and they really don't know what they're doing at all, ever. So I love Mothwing. I think she's really cool. And Mothpool forever. Next, we have Twig Branch. Twig Branch, I would say, is one of the most boring protagonists in the series. Her point of view was just boring. Like, I don't think she really added anything to A Vision of Shadows. She just didn't do it for me. Like, I don't dislike her character, I just thought she was boring. So I'm going to put Twig Branch in average. Tawny Pelt. Tawny Pelt has grown on me a lot since I was a kid. I used to not love Tawny Pelt that much because I was like, why would you leave ThunderClan to go to your murderer father? Like, I didn't understand. But I get her now. Like, I understand her more. I think she's pretty cool. She's better than Bramblestar, at least. We deserved a Tawny Star, okay? Like, we deserved a Tawny Star way more than we deserved a Bramblestar, okay? We didn't deserve a Bramblestar, actually. We did not need that at all. So I would probably give Tawny Pelt a little kiss. Next, we have Lion Blaze. Lion Blaze. A lot of people hate Lion Blaze because he's kind of doesn't have much of a character, which I kind of agree with, but I also think he's more complex than people realize. I think he was interesting in Power of Three, especially him like dealing with his powers and being like, wow, I could literally murder people. Like, he kind of had like a power trip, and I think that was interesting to read. But then he got like really boring in Omen of the Stars, and he didn't do anything, and his whole like thing with Cinderheart was so stupid. Like, why? That was so unnecessary. But I would put him in good. I think he's cool. I think he's like overhated in the fandom. Next, we have Firestar. Firestar, I love Firestar. He's just chef's kiss. Like, how could you not love Firestar, okay? Like, he deserves I Would Die For You, okay? He's so selfless, so kind. He's a good leader. Maybe he is kind of a Gary Sue. I mean, his flaw is Spotted Leaf, basically. That is his flaw. But he's just epic, and he deserves the love, okay? He's a good guy. Next is Feathertail. Before A Shadow and River Clan came out, Feathertail didn't really have much of a character, but after reading A Shadow and River Clan, I'm like, I love Feathertail. Like, it was so good. It was so good to see that she was like, no, I'm not going to forgive Leopard Star. She literally tried to murder me. Why would I forgive her? And I thought that was like really awesome. I'm like, yes, Feathertail, you stand up for yourself. I don't get how Stormfur was just like fine with, like, being in RiverClan. Like, bro, your leader literally tried to murder you, like, a few weeks ago. So I think Feathertail was, like, super valid, and I loved her. Like, she was epic. So I would give a kiss. Next, we have Millie. Millie, I really don't like her that much. I'm gonna put her in average. She didn't really have that much of a personality, and when she did, it was just her being annoying about Briarlight. And I understand that, like, she's worried about her disabled child, but it was just, like, got a little over the top sometimes, and it was like, Millie, just leave Jayfeather to do his thing. Like, just go away. So I would put her in average. Next, we have Soul. I really don't like Soul. I thought his thing in Power of Three was so stupid. I think he was basically just plot filler, because we know that Power of Three was not about. It's, like, not about Soul. It's not even about the powers. The whole Power of Three is just about Ash. It's just the fire scene. Like, that is what Power of Three is. Like, that's what it was for. That's what it was created for. And the Soul stuff is just plot filler, I feel like. And I was never into Soul. I thought it was annoying. I thought it was annoying that the three were going to him in Sunrise. I'm like, bro, he's not going to tell you anything. And then he came back and he was annoying again. So I don't like him. I really don't. Actually, garbage. He's garbage. I don't like him. Sorry. Sorry. Next we have Hawkwing. Hawkwing, I never read his Super Edition, so I really don't have an opinion. But from what I've read in A Vision of Shadows and The Broken Code, is that he's cool. He's a good dude, so he goes in good. Next, we have Cinderpelt. Cinderpelt, I think, is underrated. Like, I don't think we talk about Cinderpelt enough in this fandom, and I think she deserves more love. Like, she gets a lot of love already, but she deserves more because she's awesome. And she never let her disability, like, get her down. Like, it did get her down, but she never let it, like, stop her, and she never complained. She always just did what she had to do. She was in love with Firestar, but she never said anything about it, which was super mature as a medicine cat. Like, you never see that. All the medicine cats are, like, super immature. But she, like, kept her emotions in check, and she was just awesome. So she gets I love you, because we love Cinderpelt. No, why did I do that? Where is she? There we go. Wait, no, that's Feathertail. Sorry, y'all. Cinderpelt goes here. Okay, we've come to him. It's time. It's Clear Sky time. Clear Sky goes in garbage, if you haven't already guessed. I hate Clear Sky. I think this is the only Warrior Cat character that I hate. Like, I do not like One Star, and I do not like Soul. But Clear Sky, I just hate him. Like, I really, really don't like him. I haven't read Dawn of the Clans for, like, 3 years, but I just remember, like, Clear Sky was just an awful person. Like, he was on a power trip, he killed a bunch of people, he was awful to his son, he, like, awful to his brother. He literally stole his son's girlfriend after he was an abusive, like, neglectful father to his son. Like, what the actual what the heck, Clear Sky? I really do not like him, and I think his redemption arc was garbage, and I have so much beef with Clear Sky. Next is Hawkwing, again, because Hawkwing's picture was in this 2 times, so he goes in good again. Next we have Crooked Star. Crooked Star, I never finished his Super Edition because I knew everything that happened in it, because just being in the fandom for a long time, I just knew everything that happened. So I never finished the Super Edition, but I like him. He goes and probably would give him a kiss because he deserves a kiss. After everything he's been through, he really deserves a kiss. I think him and Blue Star are probably tied with the worst lives ever. No competition. Okay, next is Leafpool. Leafpool is my favorite character in Warrior Cats. I have always loved Leafpool. I don't really have a reason. I just like her vibe. You know, like whenever you get to a Leafpool point of view, oh my god, no, no, no. My girl does not deserve to be next to 1 star. Okay, Leafpool. Whenever you get to her point of view, it's like you can just take a breath. You know, it's like Leafpool time, okay? Everyone, you can calm down, maybe grab like a nice snack, sit by the fire. Like Leafpool is just like calm, cool, like she's just a good vibe. Um and I love her. And I like her relationship with Crowfeather. I know it's like severely underdeveloped, but I like it and I think it's interesting and I like that she like goes and finds herself and then comes back. I know Leafpool is like pretty controversial, so some people might disagree with me and that's fine, but I just always have liked her. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Scourge. I know a lot of people had like a Scourge phase. Scourge phase. A Scourge phase where they were like super into him. And I just never was. Like, I didn't find him that interesting. I was kind of annoyed at the time that Firestar didn't kill Tigerstar because I thought that would have been much. It just would have been more rewarding, but I also get that, like, Tigerstar's death is very iconic. So that's fine, I guess, but I'm gonna put him in average just because I was kind of. I never had that, like, obsession with Scourge. Never felt it, okay? Next, we have Raven Paw. Raven Paw is a baby. He's a sweet baby. He deserves love. That is all. After Ravenpaw, we have Violet Shine. I liked Violet Shine. I think she's my favorite protagonist in A Vision of Shadows. I think she's really cool. She dealt with a lot of poo-poo stuff. I really like her relationship with Tree. I think she's awesome. So I think she goes in Love You. I do love her. Squirrel Flight is also going in I Love You. I really like Squirrel Flight. I think she's a good character. I think she's entertaining. Yeah, I just like Squirrel Flight. That is all. She's just been in so many books at this point that it's like Squirrel Flight for life, you know? And now she's probably going to get a point of view again, so I'm kind of excited for that. So yeah. Next is Leopard Star. As I said before with Black Star, I have my issues with Leopard Star, but growing up I always liked her for some reason. I don't know. I think probably because she was like the only female leader for a long time. But I would put her in average because she did do a lot of poo-poo things, and she ordered the death of her deputy, which was really didn't pass the vibe check, I would say. But I'm glad that she apologized to Feathertail in A Shadow in RiverClan. Next, we have Stormfur. Stormfur basically has the personality of a cardboard box. That is my opinion. I don't have a lot of feelings about him. I think he's just good. He's good. He's basically Gray Stripe, but a little more boring. Next, we have Briarlight. Briarlight deserves a kiss because she's epic. She fought through her shit and I think she just sets a good example for people. You know, how can you not like her? Okay, next we have Ivy Pool. I would say Ivy Pool gets a kiss. I wouldn't say I love Ivy Pool, but I like her. I think, I don't know. I might change that later, but I do like her. I would give her a kiss. I think she was interesting in Men of the Stars. Probably besides Jay Feather, her and Jay Feather were the most interesting. And I think her Dark Forest point of view is entertaining. And she's a badass, so I like her. Next, we have my sweet, sweet baby angel, incredible, perfect man. Okay, next we have Greywing. Greywing deserves to have his own tier called Perfect, but unfortunately, we do not have that tier today, so he goes in I Would Die for You, and I would die for Greywing because he is just. He's perfect. Okay? He was so incredible to Turtletail. He took in her children. They weren't his, but he raised them as his own, and that was so adorable. He raised Thunder as his own son. He was a great person. He was so kind. And Greywing is just superb. He is superb. Okay, yes, Greywing, we love you. Next, we have Leaf Star. I like Leaf Star. I have a lot of respect for her, especially because she went through so much crap. Literally, her whole family died. And I didn't even read SkyClan's Destiny or Hawkwing's Journey, but I know that her whole family died, and I think that's really sad. And the fact that she's still able to be a strong leader is super awesome. And I think she is awesome. That is all. She deserves to go and I love you because she's awesome. I said that like 3 times. Okay, next we have Yellowfang. We like Yellowfang in Prophecies Begin. But after that, Yellowfang, StarClan Yellowfang is very annoying. She does a lot of stupid things. And number 1, she told Squirrelflight that she couldn't have children when Squirrelflight could have children. And that was ridiculous. Like, why would you do that to someone? She also told Jay Feather to tell Cinderheart that she used to be Cinderpelt, which was stupid. I don't know why she would tell Jay Feather that, to do that. Like, that was an awful idea. Yellowfang was also, like, if I remember, she didn't want to unite StarClan in Men of the Stars, which was stupid again. Like, why would you want to be separate in a giant battle with the Dark Forest? You want to unite? Are you an idiot? So StarClan Yellowfang is awful, but Alive Yellowfang is good, so I'm gonna get her in good. Next we have Dovewing again. She goes the same place. Alderheart. I do like Alderheart. I think he's a little boring, but I think it's interesting to have, like, you never see in Warrior Cat someone who's anxious and someone who's, like, nervous. Everyone is always, like, the stereotypical excited apprentice, like, ready to train, but Alderheart is nervous, and I think that's, a good change. It doesn't really last, like, he doesn't really stay that way, but I would give him a little kiss because he deserves it. Tallstar. I never read Tallstar's Revenge, so I don't really know that much about him, but I would put him in good from what I've heard. And Broken Star is my last child person. Broken Star was a good villain. But he was also awful. So I'm going to put him and I don't like you. Just because I don't have, like, he's not, like, the type of villain that I'm like, oh my god, I love you as a villain. Unlike Ashfur and Hawkfrost. So, yeah. This is where he deserves to be. Okay, so let's see. Any final changes? I think I'm going to put Ashfur in I Love You because I love him as a villain and I think he's super entertaining. But other than that, I think I made a good list. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any other opinions, if you differ on my opinions, let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think. So, thanks for watching. Bye!